What's up, Gator Nation? Zach Alpaverdi and Nick Del Toro here, coming to you from the swamp following Florida's 24-15 loss to the number 5 ranked FSU Seminoles in the regular season finale. Another game where the Gators blow a fourth quarter lead, opportunity to upset a top 10 team for the second week in a row, Nick. And play calling, some special teams blunders, 2 missed field goals. And then obviously the defense, after playing really well for the majority of the game in the fourth quarter, allows FSU to put this game away with some critical third down conversions. But I think the most notable one would be the targeting call on James Hill. That was a 3rd and 14 play where he comes up short of the sticks, and if FSU punts right there, it's still a game. Instead, Jaden Hill gets ejected, and 3 plays later, they score on a 26-yard touchdown run, and that basically put the game away. So, disappointing night and end to Florida season, Nick.
Yeah, and end to Florida season. I think
no bowl game.
Yeah, I think it'd be all 80 bowl spots, or however many there are. There's a lot of bowl games. They're all filled. I saw it last week a little bit. Like, Florida's defense played well in stretches and was getting stops at Missouri, and then the offense couldn't capitalize. And I think you saw it again today. Florida's defense came out with their hair on fire, playing really well. There's just, and I'm going to write about this, like, there's just discipline issues. You know, Amari Lyons gets thrown out of the game for spitting in someone's face. Eugene Wilson smacked David Decker's hand when he was trying to take him out of the game. I'm on Eugene Wilson's side there. Like, listen, let 3 play. That penalty is a killer. The Jaden Hill's penalty is a killer. That's a tough way for him to go out, getting tossed out of the game his senior night. The margin of error is just so small for Florida, and we said that before the year. They're just a disciplined team, and they need to play their B+ game most weeks and not shoot themselves in the foot, but they've got a Tommy gun, and they've got a 100-round magazine continually shoot themselves in the foot. So nothing. It's hard for me. I'm having a hard time digesting this one. For a while, it felt like Florida was dominating it. FSU's offense didn't have the same without Jordan Travis, which is, I'm not breaking it.
Tate was rattled in the first half.
Tate was rattled. The swamp was fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to the fans.
Billy Napier gave them credit. He says they keep selling this place out. Like, listen,
we're not winning, but they keep coming.
You're 11-14. The place will stop selling out if you keep having seasons like this. So, I said it after Arkansas, Zach. 40. Let me make sure I have this right. 43 days ago, Florida was 5-2. 5-2 heading into the bye week. Las Vegas had 5.5 wins through 7 games. They had 5. The underhits. You don't build houses out in the desert for being wrong. Vegas was spot on. It's a young team.
I don't think they saw a 5-game losing streak in the season when they put that number on Florida. We can't go any further without talking about, I think, a turning point also in the game. I think there will be a lot of opinions coming out of this night in terms of Billy Napier's play calling and some of the conservativeness that was shown. I think obviously Max Brown making his first career start had a lot to do with that. But I think one call that he would obviously like back, and I think determined the game, was the failed trick play. And that was just a moment where the Gators had an opportunity to kind of capitalize on some momentum that they created, and instead gave it back to FSU. And
the problem with those plays.
Personally, I like when he dials up trick plays and that he's aggressive. It's just I think the timing of it, and obviously the execution has not been there before.
My view on it is the problem with those are they're low percentage plays. If they hit, you gain some momentum. That's great, but the offense is so slow and lethargic. Even when Graham Mertz had good spurts, and the offense has had good spurts, they're not good enough to play on 2nd and 10. Certainly not good enough to play on 2nd and 16.
Max Brown.
You can't play behind the sticks. So I understand that you want to take shots and take shots downfield, throw the ball more. But like the offense is so limited. And listen, I'm not giving Billy Napier a pass because that's on him. He recruits. He and his staff recruit. They shop for the groceries and they cook dinner with. So saying that the offense is slow and lethargic and not good enough to play behind the sticks is also an indictment on them and their recruiting. But I think that is why you're not seeing as an explosive offense or an offense that takes a bunch of shots. They have to nickel and dime teams. Like the first 2 drives today, I thought this is the Tennessee game plan.
Yeah.
13 plays. Missed a field goal. You missed 2 on the night, I think.
52 and 48 yards.
Yeah. Different game if you make those. But they're just not good enough to play behind the sticks. And I think the way the game is called shows that, paints that picture crystal clear to me.
Another critical moment in the game, Florida was 7 of 11 on its first 11 third down attempts, and then 0 for 5 on their last 5. And one early in the corner that was also kind of a pivotal moment in the game. The Gators had a 3rd and 4 that they were not able to convert, and at that point in the game, I think it was critical to drive together. They don't move the sticks on 3rd and 4. On the next play, Keon Coleman takes it back 30-plus yards on a punt return that just flipped the game. Credit to Florida's defense. They actually had a goal line stand on that ensuing possession and forced a field goal, but it was a go-ahead field goal for FSU. They put them up 17-15. So, but once again, Nick, the game was right there for the taking for Florida. They were in the 4th quarter with a lead and were not able to finish, and that was what Billy talked about in his post-game, among several things, but it was, hey, we simply did not finish games this year, and that's why we are where we're at, and that's something that we have to figure out how to do moving forward. If there is any positive that you can point to with some of these recent results, it's that they were in it. They didn't really get blown out or weren't competitive in any game except for Georgia and Kentucky, but that's not going to make anybody feel better.
Yeah, and there is an aspect to, like, you took over a program that had a good 2020 and a good 2019.
A very good 2019, 11-win season.
But a program by the time that 2020 season had ended and 2021 happened was in disarray. And there's an aspect of you need to learn how to lose close, win close, and then you can win big. But the fact of the matter is you're 11 and 14. You don't have much more learning time. You won't be afforded much more learning time. And I don't think Billy Napier is in any danger of losing his job. I think that there needs to be staff changes on both sides of the ball.
Which he alluded to. I mean, he said they're coming. Get ready.
Yeah. I also wonder, we've been pitching. We've been this team's young. They'll be back.
They're not young anymore.
They'll be back.
They're not young anymore.
They might be young again next year, but like I wouldn't tell that excuse for them anymore.
His first class will now be juniors. His second class will now be sophomores or redshirt freshmen. But even this year, I mean, it's they are there to the point in the last month of the season where even the freshman excuse, but narrative. It just really wasn't there anymore. This team has gone through SEC play. These guys have played countless number of snaps. They're not freshmen. Now they got to start playing like they're not freshmen.
Yeah. But what I was getting at more was you're hoping to build for this future. You have this nucleus coming back. When you go 5 and 7, there's a bunch of championship programs that will come and tell a Eugene Wilson, Trevor Etienne, one of the players that you are counting on to be your nucleus and say, hey, what's that NIL deal you have over there? Because we can match it, and you don't have to keep missing ball games. So not only do you have to finish this signing class off strong,
and hit the transfer portal hard.
But you're also going to be battling, I think, some guys who, and let's not be naive, like there's
attrition is
there's tampering going on. Florida's going to have to battle to keep some guys on their roster that they want to come back.
It's the season is over, but the work is just starting for Billy Napier and his staff because they're about to start exit meetings. They're about to start staff evaluations. and they are about to do everything that they can to hold on to this recruiting class, add some more pieces, and then once December 4th comes,
December 4th,
get busy because they need a lot more Graham Mertz and Ricky Pearsall type portal additions to come in and make it back to this football team. But that will do it for the 2023 Florida football season. First losing record in the regular season since 2017. So not the year two that Billy and company were hoping for.
First 3 straight losing seasons since 1945, 46, and 47, and able-bodied men were coming back from fighting a world war. So I'm not sure what you were putting on the field in terms of intercollegiate athletics at that time.
Yeah, it's I know Florida fans are not happy, and if I can give you any hope, basketball season.
That's 100 days till baseball.
And again, recruiting and portal season is right around the corner. So even though the games end for Nick and I, we don't get to take PTO quite just yet because we got a few more weeks of craziness, and we will keep you guys on top of all of it. Gators Online. Make sure you follow us for all of our work coming out of this game, and also everything that Corey and Keith got coming on the recruiting side of things. For Nick Del Torre, I'm Zach. I'm going to see you guys later.